So the data is clear, not a rounding error, but pretty darn close. It doesn't really matter whether you're executing end of day or earlier on. So choose the same time of day. And this is going to be important mentally because you don't want to get into that situation where you see a trade gone badly. And so you think, oh, I executed at 11 a.m. and look at that. The market was way better later on. I should have done that. So the next time you get a trade signal, you think, aha, I'm going to be smart. Next time I'm going to trade end of day. And then wouldn't you know it, it's actually the end of day that's the worst price. And so your brain is going to start to notice these things and it's really going to twist you up in a knot. So what I would say is you just trade similar times every day if you can. I know we have hobbies and families and jobs, but if you can keep it consistent, it's actually really going to help you out mentally. Again, this is more specific to VTS. A lot of people who have asset managers and financial advisors, they won't know this. There is certainly some big benefits to VTS and following my community. Performance is way better, of course. Fees are way lower, but there is a negative aspect to it. You are literally going to watch every single trade that you take. That's part of it, that I send the signals, you take the trades in your own account. This means that every single trading loss, you will be staring directly at it. If you have a financial advisor, he exits your portfolio at noon, goes into the utilities or something, and it turns out to be a losing trade, and it was the worst time of day, you're never going to see that, right? It's not even going to cross your mind because you weren't aware of that. But if you're taking the trades yourself, if you're a trader on your own or getting signals from someone else, you're going to see everything. And so you can't let this tie you in a knot. It's really one of those things that everybody's brain is wired a little bit differently. Some people focus on the negative. Some people will notice every single time they get a losing trade and something goes against them and it's disadvantage. They're going to notice it. They're going to gloss over all those times that it was the opposite. And then here I am telling people, well, law of large numbers, it's going to all work out anyway. And this person's like, no, you're crazy. I had 5 trades I can specifically remember that were worse. You have other people on the other side that will only remember the good times, the things that benefited them. You get a lot of these people that go to Vegas, for example, these gamblers, speaking of the movie Rounders. You get tons of people in Vegas who swear up and down that they're up money. And yet we've seen the numbers from the casinos. The hard numbers is very few people that are making money in Vegas. But it's amazing how many people actually think that they are. There's just some people are wired to notice all the times they made money and just ignore and gloss over all the times they lost money. I'm actually the opposite. I've gambled probably 10 times in my life. I'm not much of a gambler. I like to gamble on the golf course because I'm in direct control of the outcomes. I don't like to put it in the hands of chance, but I've gambled enough to know, and I only remember the times I lost money. I don't remember the times I won, and there were some. But what I remember is the time that I went into the casino and lost $200 in 20 minutes. And I'm thinking, well, why did I do that? Why didn't I just, go out for a great night, in Vegas and not go in the casino? But it really depends on how you're wired. That's what I would recommend. Everybody just trade roughly the same time every day. And then you're not going to be subject to the up and down roller coaster of literally noticing every time you get gut kicked. Because it's going to happen. And again, I got to choose my words carefully, but it's going to happen a lot. I don't want to give people the impression that it's going to be excruciating, but if you are taking your trades yourself every single day and you're seeing every trade in front of you, let's just say that there's going to be some times where you're thinking, oh, this guy told me, sell QLD, go into the XLU, and immediately it failed, just like it did last time. You're going to do that. And then other people are going to email me and go, God, you're just dodging these bullets like Neo in the Matrix. You're just in this one and out of that one. It's working perfectly. I'm like, well, okay. These two people emailing me have a dramatically different experience. Short term. Long term, it all plays out. So I know that. And that's why I kind of do these live streams to communicate my experience. I've been doing this for 18 years now. And believe me, I'm probably on the losing end and the winning end of intraday random noise thousands of times in my career. It's so normal that I don't even really notice it. But investors, especially newer investors, they store it in their brain and it's everything that they're looking at. So hopefully that data kind of cleared it up for you. It's a tough subject. I'm sorry if I gave you the impression that this is going to be an emotional roller coaster. It's really not. One of the benefits of course, following somebody who's got a track record is great, but another reason why people sometimes like to have that guidance, either somebody like me managing a community or an asset manager, financial advisor, sometimes just having somebody who has the experience to make the emotional right decisions in the moment, sometimes that's, worth its weight in gold. So believe me, I've made every mistake in the book multiple times. And that's what I'm here for, to hopefully make sure that you don't make quite as many.